Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Psycho Gold and this is Psycho Gold Videos. First off, this should hopefully go out on New Year's Day, so Happy New Year everyone. I hope that 2019 is a great year for everybody, and if 2018 wasn't so good for you, maybe 2019 will be your year. I know that's what I'm counting on. Now I've had a week off and, well, not a week off, I did Slime and I did Goblin Slayer, but you know what I mean. Christmas and New Year, they're a horrible time to try and get anything done because everybody wants you, everybody is trying to get a hold of you, people phone you, people want you to go out, and my girlfriend and I stayed in for a lot of it and spent some time together, which I think I said in a previous video. But either way, we have had a good time. Not quite finished with yet at the time of recording this, but I'm looking forward to coming back to videos, and there's some interesting anime coming out in 2019 that I can't wait to react to, sink my teeth into, and yeah, it's just going to be an interesting few months. I've got some older series that people have been asking me to check out on the rack, waiting for me to start editing them, and I'm going to be doing some new anime. Rise of the Shield Hero, Mob Psycho 100, it's going to be interesting. But this isn't an anime video, this is about Star Wars, which as you guys know I am a big fan of, and this is a fan film that has created quite a buzz. Now my cousin actually sent this to me, even though I knew about it previously, and when he sent it to me it had about 3,000 views. Now I think it has like nearly 4 million, so we're gonna have to check this out now, and I'm really looking forward to watching this. It has been one of those videos that I've been trying to react to for ages and just can't find the time with the hecticness of the most wonderful time of the year. But now is finally the time. So I hope you all had some great days off and are ready to get back to the regular world. But let's first enjoy some good old-fashioned Star Wars, because I hear that this is a really, really good fan film. So let's watch Vader Episode 1, Shards of the Past. 3, 2, 1, go! Just in case you didn't know it was SW Theory. Well, we're off to a good start. Anakin Skywalker is dead. For 8 months, the mysterious Darth Vader has enforced the Emperor's commands. Oh, did I just hear a horn blare then? Yep, I did. For some the Empire brings fear, for others it brings hope. But for Vader it brings nothing but suffering. Oh, there he is! Oh, okay, so these people are talking to him. What? Wait, these are clones! What the hell? What's going on? And this is epic! Oh, is that a Jedi he's attacking? No? Wait, those were Imperials. I'm very confused as to what's going on. Who is that he's got in his chokehold? Okay, just right off the bat I can see where this has got a lot of buzz. Yes! There's that Imperial March music in the background. Whoa! Okay, you don't see a lot of those blasters in the live action films. Damn! Oh! Oh my god, he's not gonna use that ability. I can hear all the new film haters screaming in the background. But it does look pretty impressive. I mean, Vader used to just block the laser bolts with his hands, so why not? And oh my god, he just wrecked them. But did his lightsaber get broken, all of that? What? You will suffer for your deceit. Answer for your failure to save her. My mind is breaking right now. What?
Yet, like the Jedi, you have left me a mere shadow of what I was promised. You have taken everything. Everything. Foolish boy.
Oh, I like that impression.
For the dead wife of an insolent Jedi. Your precious Padme's fate was your choice. Just as your fate is mine.
This is great. Nope, he's gonna block it. Yes! Using the Imperial Guard to block the Force Lightning. Or the Royal Guard, should I say. Oh, Battle of the Force. Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, oh, I think he's losing. I think Vader's losing. Oh. Okay, you can see this light show from space. And they're on an old Venator. That's interesting. Yeah, the lightning got through. Yeah, I thought that was a bit odd that the Emperor was losing.
Such a pity. How much grander and more powerful you could have still become. If you had had the temerity to embrace the path set before you.
Oh, I mean, so it wasn't the first time in this version of that the Vader had dealt with the old Force Lightning then in Return of the Jedi. Oh! He closed his hand shut. Clever. But what? Wait, what? Okay. So, wait, hang on. I thought this was just like a fan film set in this time. Oh, that stone, man.
I made this for you, so you'll remember me. It will bring you good. It's beautiful.
Nice.
I don't need this to remember you.
I like these this flashback, but it's not a flashback. Okay, so is this like an alternate universe version of Vader kills the Emperor and builds his own empire? Which, in all honesty, I actually believe this version of events, given the way the prequel goes. Yes, the Emperor's a master manipulator, and I've read a lot of the now canon books, and the old canon books, the Legends, but even so, it's like, I don't know, man, the personality shift.
And that
Oh.
Is why you'll never defeat me.
Oh, for God's sake.
As long as you let your feelings anchor you, forever shall you remain weaker than I. Always the servant, always the slave, young Skywalker.
Okay. Damn, man. So that was... Wait, so what?
Lord Vader, you have an urgent message.
Oh, wow.
My lord,
That makeup.
Proceed.
the Emperor demands your presence at once.
So what just happened? Is that a memory? Was that all in his head? Was that a mental battle going on between the two of them?
As he wishes.
The impression of Vader is really good, though. Is it Chad Vader? Is it, or something like that? I know there's someone on YouTube who does a really good version of Vader. Well, this is obviously set not long after the last prequel film, Revenge of the Sith, because they're still using Venators.
Leave us.
It's weird to see the Emperor on a ship as well.
What is thy bidding, my master? You are distressed, my friend. I am fine, my master. Are you now? Your anger radiates like a will. Yet unfocused. No. Not unfocused.
Not unfocused. Because it's directed at you.
I see. Then what is your hesitation, Lord Vader? Give in to your anger. Strike me down.
I have no such wish, Master.
Pathetic. A mighty Sith Lord crippled by melancholy and indecision. All due to the attachments of a Jedi.
There is no attachment. Anakin Skywalker was weak. I destroyed him.
Did you? Yet Skywalker's powers dwarfed yours, did they not? No. Rise, Lord.
Oh, okay. So this is an interesting take on it all.
It is the way of the Sith to destroy all who stand in our way to power. To eliminate our rivals.
So he's flat out saying that Anakin was more powerful than Vader.
In your way, Lord Vader. Who holds you back? Keeps you subjected and decrepit within that armor. Anyone? If so,
The thing is,
your hate will
this whole scene reminds me of the Lords of the Sith book. Like, Vader will not kill the Emperor for some unbeknownst reason.
I cannot, my master.
That is why my disappointment with you grows by the second. Embrace the choices that have brought you here.
Yeah, like, this is the same sort of test that the Emperor had for Vader. He wanted to see if Vader wanted to become a true Sith Lord and would kill him, or if he was just going to always remain his right-hand man, which we know he did.
There's a great disturbance in the Force. A powerful Jedi survives in the Mid-Rim. He must pay the price for his betrayal.
As you wish.
He hides on my home planet of Naboo. And of course, that of the late Queen Padme Amidala.
Oh, okay, so he's got to go to Naboo.
Coincidence. He draws you there because he knows who you are, Lord Vader.
Oh.
The clones there report he wields an amethyst blade.
How is that possible?
Power. That's how. And you and I both know this particular Jedi wields a great deal of
Oh, okay.
I will finish what we started, Master.
Will you? I want that.
So, Amethyst. Are they talking about Mace Windu?
Pledge yourself to the dark side fully, Lord Vader. Relish in the gifts it bestows.
Vader versus Windu would be interesting.
Then will you be able to cast off the chains that bind
Hmm.
you and achieve
Okay.
powers never before. Only then will you be
This is great, FYI.
able to rival
Love the production values.
Then I will not.
The set of the throne room could do with a few more additions, but considering it's supposed to be just like a part of the ship, it looks okay to me. I mean, those CGI shots of the fleet look great. Oh! They've changed the Jedi Starfighter into Imperial symbols. I like it.
Commander, prepare my personal shuttle. I seem to be afflicted by a sudden tinge of nostalgia to visit my beloved Naboo.
Oh, of course you are, my friend. This seems, interestingly timed. You know, I'm gonna have to... I can't remember. Did the Jedi Starfighters always have the Imperial symbol as the cockpit? I mean, they might have done. A lot of the Imperial symbols came from the Republic, obviously. If I remember correctly, it's like the special branch actually had the proper Imperial logo, and the rest of the Republic had a slightly different looking one.
Welcome, Lord Vader. The Jedi has barricaded himself in the catacombs and has sealed off all of the entrances. So we had to blow our way in. But now of all the troopers we've sent in, none have returned.
Lost troopers do not concern me, Commander. I want that Jedi. I will use the 501st.
As you wish, sir.
Those clone troopers armors, they're really good. Like, I've seen a lot of people do clone trooper armor, especially up close, and that one is really good. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, surely he's right there then. Vader could just go down and fight him. Oh. That was definitely a purple blade, dudes. Are they saying Mace Windu survived that fall? Oh, damn it! Oh, tell me episode 2 is Windu. That was a nice little remix of the music, too. Okay, I see why this has gotten so many views, man. Damn. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Vader, Episode 1, Shards of the Past, and wow is all I've got to say. I mean, I've seen some Star Wars fan films, I've seen some good lightsaber fights, and I've seen some interesting takes on a lot of things. Like, there was a Darth Maul fan film a couple years back that did really well as well, but that Vader one, man, I see why it's getting the views. Like, props to anybody who is involved in this. Star Wars Theory, I mean, the chances of you seeing this are really low, but if you do see this, man, or anybody who is involved in this project, you all deserve a round of applause. I mean, that opening shot of Vader taking on all of those clones and just effortlessly, you know, redirecting and deflecting the laser blasts were just great. And the moment when his lightsaber got knocked off his hand and those assault troopers came in with the massive, essentially minigun rifles. I can't remember their proper lore name. I just was like, so what's he gonna do? And then when he did that Kylo Ren-esque holding the laser blasts in place and the flickering, I was like, I can hear people screaming about that, but at the same time I don't care. It was awesome. And it is. I never had a problem with that ability. And the fact that Vader would use it just makes complete sense to me as well. I mean, he does just essentially, you know, direct all laser blasts to his hand, and the hand just takes the blast in several moments in the original trilogy. So yeah, I love the idea of Vader being able to use all these expanded powers sets that we've gotten from the Force now. You know, this Vader looked like the same Vader that we see in Rogue One, for sure. But again, I'm curious whether or not that whole sequence was real. Was it a memory? Was it a thought in Vader's head of him attempting it? Or was it like a mental duel between him and the Emperor? Because you know that the Emperor has those sorts of mind game powers. And I mean, all of those scenes with the Vader and the Emperor is interesting. If you've not read Lords of the Sith, which is a book that is come out in canon for the Disney era, I've got it around here somewhere. It used to be right over there, but I might have put it in the rack. I highly recommend it. The cover art for the book is amazing, but the relationship between Sidious and Vader, or the Emperor, whatever you call him, Palpatine, Sidious, the Emperor, this, if it didn't draw some inspiration from Lords of the Sith in their relationship, I am shocked at how similar it is. I mean, especially the moment when the Emperor put his hands on Vader's shoulder, that scene, there is an almost identical scene in the book where he puts his hand on Vader's shoulder, and Vader even thinks to himself, those hands that look so frail and weak yet have the power to, you know, to bring out the Force lightning and electrocute you without a moment's hesitation and end your existence. And given the flashback we've just seen, that is the exact same feeling. The camera lingering on his hand as it went down on his shoulder, and Vader thinking, you know, he can electrocute me. I am essentially not able to deal with the lightning in this position. And I just think that's really cool, the way that they did all of that. The camera angles, the way they held on certain shots. The editing was really, really good in this. So, yeah, I just think the team did a fantastic job. But, wow. Wow. Like, my brain is still trying to process watching that. Whoever made all of the costumes as well, like, well done. As I said in the episode, the clone troopers are some of the best clone troopers I've seen. Some of that is going to be down to the people that you've got inside the costumes. They're clearly very fit, very thin, and that just adds to the authenticity. Sometimes, you know, they're portraying the clones very much similar to how I remember them being portrayed in the films. And I think that the people doing the voices were spot on as well. Not, you know, they didn't sound like they do in the Clone Wars, the series, but they sounded close enough, and post Revenge of the Sith that I think I could easily live with those voices if they were gonna, you know, if they're gonna continue this on, which I really hope they are. and the Emperor voice as well was uncannily accurate. The only thing that I think is there were points where he spoke a little bit too quickly and his inflections weren't quite right. Now, if he's not trying to do a impersonation, but he's just doing the voice with his own take, then ideal. I would only ever point that out because it does sound like he's trying to do, you know, a perfect imitation of how Ian normally portrays the character. And if that's the case, then yeah, those would be my two criticisms. But if he's doing his own thing and just can do the voice as well, it's like, great, I can live with this version of the Emperor. And as I said, the guy doing Darth Vader, I'm sure it's the same guy who's done Vader for other stuff, but he's always sounded good. I did notice that there were several points where his voice didn't sound like it was coming out of the suit. It just sounded like the voice lines hadn't been given any kind of a filter. But that might have been by design, because this, again, would have been young Vader. But he didn't have any reverb or echo on his voice, which I found a bit weird in certain scenes. But there's so many shots that are just, wow, man. This was just really, really cool. Like, when he was in the Bacta tanks, or I think he was in a Bacta tank when he wasn't in his suit, and he was coming out of his dream, and his eyes were yellow, and then they turned back to the normal color. All of that looked amazing. The makeup on him was really good. The special effects on him not having his limbs was just amazing, and that whole sequence of the camera panning out, I was just like, these guys, man, I don't know how much of a budget you had to make this fan film, but wow, it makes me think with a bit of an actual budget, you could make some really cool stuff. And obviously it's from a channel called Star Wars Theory. Clearly you know your stuff about Star Wars. I mean, you guys are just the perfect people to make a Star Wars fan film, and clearly you've gotten some really talented people involved in terms of filmmaking. I don't know what to say. I absolutely adore this film. Please, if you haven't seen it, which I highly doubt, if you're a Star Wars fan, go and check it out. The link will be in the description below. And yeah, what a great way to start the new year, man. Vader. Like, I mean, it's no surprise that it was popular because they based it on Vader, but like, I know some people think he's overrated, but I don't. I think he does deserve his reputation, and yes, there are Sith in the past that are just as good, if not, you know, better villains in inverted commas, but I don't actually think that's true. I think Vader, for his time, is the perfect villain. And I've always thought that since I was a kid, and yes, you can argue it's nostalgia talking, but I don't think it's nostalgia talking. I think as time's gone on, a lot of the issues that people bring up in the original trilogy with Vader have been fixed. You read any of the books, you read any of the comics that Marvel have done, and you read and see, to be honest, if you look at Rogue One, yeah, the original trilogy might not be able, I don't know, to stand up to some modern version of Star Wars with a different Sith, like, I don't know, Kylo or Darth Bane, if you're going to bring in the games, etc. But I don't know, there's something about Vader that always will capture me more than any of the other Sith, no matter how cool they are. And I say that loving Darth Maul and the Emperor, and I've watched Clone Wars and Rebels, so there are plenty of other Sith and dark side users for me to compare him to. And I played the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic before that, so, you know, I do know a lot of these other characters, and to me, Vader is still the best one. And you know, yeah, there is a bit of nostalgia and bias talking, but it's not all nostalgia and bias. Vader is just such a good character, even including the prequels. Might not have had the best dialogue, but with the Clone Wars as well, to kind of fix some of that, it still works. So yeah, I would love to see a fan film series about Vader, and I'm praying that we're gonna see Vader versus Windu. Like, I'm very curious how they're going to explain how he survived, but if you've read the Vader comic books from Marvel, you know he ain't the only person to survive allegedly being killed, so why not? Anyway, I'm going to end this one right here. Thank you very much for sticking with me to the end of the video as always, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, drop a comment down below letting me know what you thought of this episode. If you feel like supporting the channel or getting uncut reactions to any of the anime stuff that I do, don't forget to check out my Patreon, which was also down below. But until then, that's it from me. As always, I'm Psycho Gold, and I will see you in my next video. Psycho Gold, out.